Comedy's music. It's rhythm. You know, there's a cadence. Everybody has a cadence. You know, Bernie Mac had a cadence. You know. What the f*** you talking about? Come on over there, run around. What the f*** you think you're doing, boy? What the f*** you think you're doing? It's a cadence, it's a rhythm, it's a music to it.
See, it ain't the kid, it's us. See, we're some punk-ass parents, see. See, we the puss-ass parents today. See, I need to go back in the old school, because there ain't no grandmamas no more. Ain't that a bitch? See, ain't no grandmama. Remember Big Mama? See, Big Mama gone. See, you're a grandmama now, what, you 24? Great-grandmama 36. Talking about I ain't babysitting shit.
It's music. I'm seducing your eardrums. Now the magic can happen if I have something to say.
I think about comedy and rhythm, at least that's how I write. I don't sit down at a paper or a computer to write. I listen to myself in the shower and I feel, I don't know, maybe not melodious, but I feel rhythm. That's what's so fascinating about people like Chris Rock, where there's just this musical, kind of like rhythmic drum beat where the pacing keeps a certain time. He paces a lot and he yanks the mic cord on a certain kind of beat. He speaks in refrains. There's a lot of repetition of certain phrases, you know? That's always been fascinating to me because I was raised Muslim, so I didn't get to be in a black church. So it's fascinating to watch how Black Americans and people who got to spend time in churches sort of carry it everywhere. I mean, there's a gospel kind of music moving through most Black art.
Dr. King and Mr. Mandela's dreams are coming true. And Black people and white people and Asians, Indians, and everybody's hanging out together. All my Black friends have a bunch of white friends. And all my white friends have one Black friend.
The mindset to approach a topic in a different way with punchlines and imagery and colorful, descriptive vocabulary is very important. The way I look at certain subjects and topics as I would a rapper, I look at the same as comedy. Even just writing in a kind of short, almost iambic pentametered kind of way and splitting up certain lines so that they kind of match the next line or shorter or longer. The punch word needs to be shorter than the sentence you just wrote, and I feel like that approach is very similar.
And my girlfriend is white, that's just who she is, it's not a come up. And I feel like the dangers we experience apart are neutralized more together, that makes sense? One time we on the subway platform facing each other and standing behind me, looking in her direction, was the guy's licking his lips. It's putting on chapstick for way too long. And she felt nervous, held my hand, felt safe. And then standing behind her, looking in my direction, were two fully uniformed police officers. And I felt nervous, held her hand, felt safe. And then a cop started putting on chapstick.
I think it goes back to the authenticity. You know, with hip hop, it's all about being real. You know, do you write your own jokes? You know, it's we might not roast battle other comedians. We might not battle other comedians, but it's can I follow that person? You want to be so good that nobody can touch you. You want to be on stage and be like, hey, good luck following me, bruh. You know, and it's not because you're trying to destroy the show, but you're just trying to say, hey, I'm here. You know, you might want to think about doing something else. You know what I mean? UPS is hiring, Biggie. You know what I mean? That's what you want to put out as a comic. And I think hip hop, that competition, also that storytelling is all the same thing. And I think with a lot of Black comics, if you are a hip hop fan, you have once thought about doing a hip hop comedy rap. You have broken down people's jokes like bars, oh man, look how we took that word and went there with it and made this left over here, those are bars. Same thing we do it with hip hop, you know what I mean? So I think it's intertwined.